and you tell them one thing. Just win, baby.
Yo, what is going on, Raider Nation? It's your boy Simone Raider back with another live stream right now, man. Woo! I mean, before I get started with what I'm going to talk about in this video, if you guys already know, man, Willie Snead is a part of the Raider Nation right now. Woo! And news just broke out not too long ago. So, Raider Nation, what is good? I want to just give everybody a shout out that's in the chat right now. I want to make sure, let me ask you guys, am I lagging right now? Because I'm trying something new out right now. It does look like I'm lagging up in the chat. I mean, in my live stream. Let me double check. Because I actually am using a new camera right now to see how it actually fares with YouTube and whatnot. But I'm still learning a lot of new things right now. But man, what is going? Shout out to Title Raider for the $1.99 donation. He says all love and respect, dudes. I appreciate that. Title always showing love, man. Hold on, real quick. Let me make sure. Well, I gotta. Man, whoo. Nah, you good? You good? Nah, you good? Not really. Nah, no, you good? No lag. Okay. All right, for sure. I don't know, because my computer looks like it's lagging just a bit, but. Yo, shout out to everybody that's in the chat right now. We got King Corona, we got Michelle, we got Raider Mike, Xavion, Roger, Robert, my boy Shunjoku up in here too, man. Shout out to you. Hey, man, King Filthy up in here. Man, shout out to everybody that's in the chat right now. We are 172 people strong right now. Okay. It's kind of lagging on my side, but it's all good. So the Raiders officially signed Willie Snead to a 1-year deal. I don't know what the numbers are right now, but he's finally going to come over to the dark side with the Raiders in Las Vegas. But we know that he's going to come in and add some depth to this wide receiver room. We're pretty deep right now with some solid receivers. Not really any number one wide receivers, but we do got a lot of options out there for Derek Carr to go out and, ball out in 2021. We got John Brown, who came in earlier this season, or this offseason. Willie Snead now. We still got Brian Edwards, Henry Ruggs. We got Zay Jones, who we re-signed. And we got, Hunter Renfrow, who's our third down specialist as well, man. I like this move. I don't know how much money it's going to be. But, man, hopefully we did not sign him more than $3 million, because if we did, then I feel like he should be around the range that John Brown got signed on, on a 1-year deal. So, yeah. Oh, shout out to Watts Raider up in the chat as well. My boy, let's get it. Special team, perhaps? I don't think he's going to be a special teams player. I feel like he's just going to be a depth piece at the wide receiver position. I don't know if he's going to even start or whatnot, but you never know. You never know with these guys. And Nelson Aguilar came last year, and nobody even thought he was going to get any PT. He came in, became our number one wide receiver. Willie Snead still got some solid upside, and with a quarterback like Derek Carr, I believe it's a solid signing for the Raiders. Now, I'm not saying that he's gonna be like a star, like this is the answer. No, it's not. It's just another signing by the Raiders. I'm surprised that we still haven't signed any secondary players yet, because there's still a lot out there. But I know that the Raiders are they're taking their time. I didn't even think about Willie Snead coming over to the Raiders at all, but until he visited the Raiders yesterday. Obviously, they liked what they seen from him. So just to see him come over here to the dark side, I mean, I'm okay with it. I'm not mad about it. I'm not like, yo, why did we sign this guy? I'm okay with it. This is a guy that has some upside that could play in this offense. But yeah, Raider Nation, man, what do you guys think, man? Do you guys think this was a good move? Type Y for yes and type N for no. Let me know down in the chats right now, man. Shout out to everybody that's in the chat, man. Everybody, right? Raider Rick said this is a waste of money. A waste of money? Well, we'll see. We'll see how it is. Waste of money, it's too early to say. Watts says, let's draft a CB and a safety. Hey, I don't want to draft a CB in the first round, to be honest with you. I wouldn't mind getting a safety, because Trevon Moehrig, he's a really solid player in the draft, and that's one guy I wouldn't mind getting in the first round. Somebody else, other than that, I would go out and get an offensive tackle. Those are the only two options that I see right now. A lot of people saying why. I got one N. I got not needed. Not needed. That don't make sense. No, yeah. I don't know. Son Joker, he said, damn, what if Brown at 1, Snead at 3, Ruggs in the slot, Waller at tight end? Damn. Woo-wee. My neck and my back. Man. Yeah, Renfro and Snead, they're gonna be battling it out in camp. So we'll see who takes the let's see who takes the cake with this one going into the season, man. But I'm really excited to see how our offense is gonna. Well, I'm not worried about our offense. Our offense is solid. You know, even with bringing Kenny and Drake at the running back position, man, he provides some solid depth. Oh well, he's not even gonna be a backup running back. That's the thing. Well, that's what Mike Mayock and John Gruden says. We'll see when the season does come if they're actually going to use Kenny and Drake to his full potential, like a wide receiver / running back, you know, hybrid or whatnot. But with that, with Foster Moreau, Darren Waller at the tight end position, even bringing back Derek Carey, who I believe is a solid tight end 3 on this roster, man, the possibilities are endless for Derek Carr on offense. And I know Derek Carr. I know this offense could get the job done. The offensive line, even with everybody that we did let go, like Gabe Jackson, not Rich Incognito, Rodney Hudson, and Trent Brown, I feel like we have some solid depth that we brought back in. You know, we did bring back Denzel Good, Richie Incognito. We got Andre James. We signed Nick Martin. This offensive, and we still got Brandon Parker and Big Boy Simpson. So, and we could go into the draft and get another tackle in the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th round. I don't care as long as we get a tackle and address that need. Now, as far as defense, we bolstered up that defensive line heavy. And I know that Gus Bradley said that the defense starts up front, and we did just that, you know, signing a lot of solid veterans right there. And then with Yannick Ngakoue coming in, that's another solid addition alongside of Cleveland Farrell, Max Crosby, and so on and so forth. Yo, Sanjoku, man, you out of here? All right, then, my boy. I see your comment right now, but all right, man, have a great day. Oh, Watts Raider, yeah, you're right. We do still have Dawson Aitman, but come on, you know they ain't gonna do nothing on our offense, man. They gonna be practice squad players, and then they gonna come back and forth on the roster like they did last season. Shout out to Brazane Cervantes for the $4.99 donation. He says, "Bro, I love you. Raider Nation for life. This offense is going to be lit." Oh man, I hope so, man. Last season we were solid too. That defense was the only thing we had questions with, but I agree with you. I appreciate the love and I appreciate the donation. Shout out to Sean Lee for the $5 donation. He says, "Thanks for all you do. Appreciate the love. Oh, appreciate you. Love the channel. Appreciate you, Sean. Appreciate you. Thank you again." Oh man. Automobile says, Renfro and Snead pairing Mr. Reliable and third down. Oh, Mr. Reliable and third and Renfro together could be special. Ooh wee. Like I said, man. The thing we struggled with in 2020 was depth, and we didn't have a lot of that, especially with a lot of players going down and the COVID, you know, protocols. We were really shorthanded, and the fact that we went 8-8 with all of that, you know, with our whole offensive line being depleted throughout the whole season, man, we did a really solid job. I mean, our defense, that's a whole different story. Our defense was fucking trash, but at the end of the day, we did what we had to do to go out and try to win games. And like I said, I know there's a lot of people that are really downing this team, but we were only 3 games away. We were 3 games away, guys. 3 games away. We were 3 games. Oh, I just read somebody's comment, guys. We were 3 games away from the playoffs, and there's 3 games I can name off the top of my head that we could have easily won if our defense came through. But you know what? That's another subject for another time. Right now, we're talking about Willie Snead coming to the Raiders. I like this move. It's a solid depth piece. I told you guys. And in his time with the Ravens, you got to think about it. If you look at Willie Snead's numbers with the Ravens, that's a run-heavy offense. They're not passing the ball a lot. They're running the ball a lot. You know, whether it's Lamar Jackson, they're running back at quarterback, or if it's Mark Ingram, so on and so forth. They're barely passing the ball, and if they do, Mr. Reliable is there, Willie Snead. So our offense, I know, is run first, but we do get the pass off as well. You know, Derek Carr is a guy that can sling the ball down the field, get the ball to his receivers. You've seen what he did with Henry Ruggs, you know, at times, and with Nelson Aguilar. Now you bring in a guy like John Brown, who I believe could step into that Nelson Aguilar role, and you bring in a guy like Willie Snead that could provide depth. Now, I don't know. I hope to see more from Zay Jones. Zay Jones did practice with Derek Carr a lot last season, so I hope to see more out of Zay Jones this season. I mean, they re-signed him. There's a reason why they brought him back, but we didn't see enough last season because my boy Nelson Aguilar came in and balled out. Now, I think I don't see us going out and getting a wide receiver at all, even in a draft. I thought with the wide receiver crew that we already had at hand, I thought maybe, just maybe, we go out into the draft and try to get a number one. Maybe in the first round. Rashad Bateman is a guy I seen in the first round that, man, he's starting to grow on me as well. But I know wide receiver is not our number one option, so we don't need to do it. Now that we went out and signed Willie Snead, of course, there's no need for the Raiders to go out there and sign him as well. So, Colton, man, shout out to Colton. He says, wish we kept Nelly. I mean, I wish we kept him too, but there was no way in hell that the Raiders are going to pay $13 million a year to bring Nelly to the team. At most, it was going to be $9 million. We did save a lot of money by getting John Brown to come over here. So, hopefully, it'll help out. Mario says, let's start a GoFundMe page to get Mark Davis a haircut. Who agrees? Bro, for real though, man. Mark Davis, I don't know, man. He really liked that chili bowl cut. So, I don't know, man. I guess we need to start a GoFundMe page to get him a new car. If you guys seen his van that he be rocking, man, oh my gosh, that's just ugly as fuck. Anywho, so many people. Cody, Icy, what's up, Icy Nate? He says, Incognito was on Sirius Radio talking about how Andre James is a good fit for wide zone blocking scheme. Ooh, if that's what Incognito says, then that's what Incognito says. I do believe that Andre James is going to be our starting center. I know a lot of people are saying that Nick Martin is going to be our starting center, but I think it's Andre James's job to lose. And I said that in my video before. We paid him the money, and we do believe in him. And I know that the team really likes him and they want to keep him. And this is a young center that can come in and be our center for the future. And if we go out and draft another, tackle on the right side, man, I feel like the future for the Raiders at the offensive line position, I feel like we'd be solid. We have Colton Miller. We got Richie Incognito for one more season. So we're gonna have to get another guard maybe in the future. But we still got Denzel Good. We got Andre James. We go draft the right tackle in the draft. Man, we'll be okay. Maybe Denzel Good goes at the right tackle position. Who knows? But yeah, man, what else you guys got to say? Earl Thomas ain't even getting workouts. Nobody wants him. Ooh, yeah, that's right. I haven't even heard anything about Earl Thomas. I know a lot of Raider Nation want to get him. I wouldn't mind bringing him over here to the dark side to pair with Gus Bradley in his defense and right next to Jonathan Abram. But I haven't heard nothing about Earl Thomas anywhere. But he would be a solid safety, and he'd come for cheap. And if he would accept any cheap contracts. But I ain't going out. The only safeties I see that the Raiders could go out and get is Trey Boston is one. Malik Hooker is still on the market, but even at that, we still have to go into the draft and draft a safety. Not in the first round. If we do get a safety here, a solid safety here. If we get a solid safety here in free agency, then we don't have to go into the NFL draft and draft one in the first round because there's a lot of them in the second round that we could go out and get. And speaking of the draft, guys, man, did you guys see that trade with the 49ers? The 49ers and the Dolphins? Bro, they traded everything away to go get. Tell me your what did I say on my Instagram story? I said, tell me you're desperate for a quarterback without telling me you're desperate for a quarterback. Look at the San Francisco 49ers. You know they're going to take a quarterback with that first round pick. They're the number 3 overall pick, so they might go out and get either Zach Wilson or Justin Fields, one of those two quarterbacks, whoever the Jets don't get, or even if the Jets don't even get anybody, who knows, they could get Zach Wilson. I mean, damn. Hey, Marty, I agree with you, man. He says big brain Dolphin moves. Man, Dolphins will make some moves. So they moved back to 12, got a whole group of picks, and then they moved back up to 6, I believe so, with the Eagles. So they're in perfect position to go and get somebody else. I don't know who they're going to want to get. They could still get that wide receiver to pair up with Tua, Devonta Smith. Even Jamar Chase is a nice, or not Jamar Chase. Is it Jamar Chase? What's his name? Chase. I forgot his name, but Chase is another solid wide receiver. Danielle Brown, Talofa some more Raider. What's good, my boy? Yo, Talofa to you as well, man. Shout out to Darrow Dworak. Am I saying your name right? Shout out to you for the $1.99 donation. Hope to see Foster Moreau ball out this year. Same here, man. I believe that Foster Moreau is a solid backup to Derek Carr. So I cannot wait to see what he has to. I cannot wait to see him ball out with DC. And Darren Waller. Darren Waller is basically our number 1 wide receiver disguised as a tight end. I heard that from Cody, so that was something nice that I like. That's something nice that I'm gonna steal from him. So shout out to Cody again. Yo, shout out to Darnell Roshan. He's I hope I said your last name right, but he's one of my fellow exclusive members on my channel. He says, so we would rather pay Snead then Anthony Harris. What are we doing? I don't know what we're doing, man. Hopefully we're doing something right. You know, Anthony Harris. Anthony Harris did sign a 1 year deal for $5 million, bro. $5 million? That's a steal, man. Jose, man, shout out for the 199 donation. He says good signing, but are we gonna sign a CB or free safety? I don't know, man. You tell me. I don't know what the Raiders are gonna be doing, man. There is still a couple of safeties and quarterbacks still out there, but okay, so there is still a lot of people out there. I said, okay, Trey Boston was very solid in 2017 when under Gus Bradley. He might be a great low-key pickup under the shield for us. Shout out to Autumn Abyss. Yeah, you're right. But what do you guys think? I seen this on Instagram the other day, but what do you guys think about Carl Joseph coming back to the Raiders on a 1 year deal to pair up with Jonathan Abram? Now I know Carl Joseph isn't like a strong safety, or he's not a free safety, but he'd be another thumper right next, or he could come into the rotation, you know, with whoever we pick up in the draft. You know, that'd be solid. Man, no Carl. I wouldn't mind. Okay. I got a lot of people. Hit squad. Yeah, you already know John Wack. Man, shout out to everybody that is in the chat right now. We are 383 people strong right now, but we only got 100 likes. Raider Nation, what are y'all doing? Smash that like button, y'all. Y'all, what the fuck? Anywho, Mr. Bear says Ruggs better get his shit together with all this competition. Hey, I feel like the competition is gonna push him. I feel like the competition is gonna push him, Brian Edwards, because nobody's job is safe. Like I said, man, whoever has the hot hand and whoever links up or gets that chemistry with Derek Carr from day one, that's gonna be the guy that's gonna be our number one. It could be Zay Jones. Who knows? And it could be somebody that we don't even know. You know, maybe somebody we get in the draft if we get somebody in the draft. But you know what's funny? With all these mock drafts coming out and everybody, you know, Raider Nation, there's so many good players that we talk about that we should get. But come draft day, the Raiders always seem to draft somebody totally different, you know, that we all think, you know, Henry Ruggs was, you know, a lot of people wanted Henry Ruggs, but nobody thought we were really going to get him. I thought we was going to get, you know, CeeDee Lamb or maybe Jerry Jeudy, but the fact that we got Ruggs, man, this dude better step up. But before his injury in that Panthers game, Ruggs did look really solid, man. He looked really solid before he got injured, but he got a lot of potential, man. He's that guy that could take the top off any defense. He could go catch a ball for a home run touchdown. Man, Henry Ruggs has all the potential. We just got to put it together this season, man. We just got to put it together this season. He only had one season under John Gruden and with Derek Carr, so hopefully I seen him working out. I know he put out a lot of tape out there working out, you know, getting ready for next season. So that's what I like to see. I know Damon Arnett, our other first-round pick, is too busy getting his record deal together being a rapper, but, you know, who knows? He's still probably working out as well. Yo, Jesse, man. Hey, Jesse says Devin White. I'll never forget. Hey, man, it is what it is, man. I wouldn't know. Devin White is a beast. That dude is a beast, and I know Raider Nation really wanted him on the team, you know. It was Devin White and Josh Allen at the time. Even Ed Oliver at the time. But we ended up getting Cleveland Farrell, which if you guys seen my if you guys actually seen my reaction, I was like, what the fuck? But you know what? Cleveland Farrell is a good player. He is really a solid player for any team. The only reason why we hate him so much, or why a lot of Raider Nation hates him so much, is because we drafted him so damn high, you know, with the number 4 overall pick. Say if we got Josh Jacobs at that pick, I mean that would have been really high too. But at least he's got a Pro Bowl under his belt, you know. Farrell's gonna be a beast. Yeah. Well, there's another thing I've seen a lot of people talk about, probably moving him on the inside as a defensive tackle. I think that'd be solid. This dude, he might not get a lot of sacks, but he causes a lot of pressure on the quarterback, and he's good against the run. So, I feel like Cleveland Farrell's gonna have a good future with us. So, man, chill, bro. Sam Farrell is not a 7th round. I feel like any other team would love to have Cleveland Farrell. I don't think that they would want to draft him with the 4th overall pick, but I think that he's a really solid defensive tackle or defensive end for us. Mike says sign Brian Poole and Trey Boston. Yeah, those are 2 people that I wouldn't mind on the team. Oh, that's a cornerback and that's a safety. What do you guys think about us going out and getting? Oh, well, let me answer this. Shout out to Gory Sanders, $5 donation, man. He says they tried to get J.J. Nelson. They tried to with J.J. Nelson. Ruggs was drafted to play his role. Oh, well, you got a point there. I remember J.J. Nelson. He was a solid player as well. I mean, he wasn't our number one, but he is what we thought he was gonna show out like what Nelson Aguilar did this past season. So yeah. Oh man, Sammy says we need to draft a stud linebacker. Man, I would. Sheesh, there's a lot of. Well, there's not really a deep linebacker class. I know Jock is the number one. Well, no, Micah Parsons is the number one linebacker, and I wouldn't mind having Micah Parsons on this team as well, man. That would be beast. That's if he falls though. I don't see him falling, but every year in the draft, you never know, man. Shout out to Oscar DLT for the $2 donation. He says, keep up the content, Simone Rated. Man, appreciate it, Oscar. I appreciate every single one of you guys. I know right now, I have a new camera right now, and that's thanks to you guys. But I gotta learn to do some stuff on here. I don't know why it's lagging on my end, but this is the first time I'm trying it out. But I am planning on doing a live mock draft for some of my exclusive members on this channel. So you guys keep a lookout on that. So, okay, let me ask you guys. With the 17th overall pick, who would you guys draft with the 17th overall pick? No trades, just the 17th overall pick. Who would you guys trade? Who would you guys pick up? Is it Morig? Is it Darisaw? Is it an offensive tackle? Or Tevin Jenkins? That's a guy that's really been growing on me. Is it Jock? Zavin Collins? Let me know down in the comments below or in the chat right now. Who would you guys want to get in the first round? I see best player. I see Morig. We got Jock. We got Morig, linebacker, best player available by Watts. As long as defense, I'm happy. So if we got offensive tackle, would you be mad? I mean, I wouldn't be mad with the offensive tackle. We got Michael Parsons, we got Jock, Morig, Tevin Jenkins. Defense, I got a couple of Oh man, we got a lot of. Yo, Hefe, man, chill, my boy. He says quarterback. You guys need to get a quarterback because Patrick Mahomes is overrated as fuck. I'll just fuck with you. Anywho, Morig, Dead Lord JC Horn. I love JC Horn as well, but I don't know if he's gonna fall. But like I said, you never know with these drafts. You never know who's gonna fall. Okay. So what I got is a lot of offensive tackle, whether it's Slater or Jenkins. We got a couple of Jocks. We got Morig. Morig is obviously the safety there. If Michael Parsons falls down, so I mean, I feel like that's. You know what's funny? We're talking about all these players right here, and I feel like Morig is overrated. Bro, chill. We'll see if he goes to the NFL and he doesn't do well, then he's overrated. But we cannot say that as of right now. He's the number one safety in the draft. So it's funny that we say all these players, whether it's Jock, whether it's Morig, whether it's an offensive tackle, or whether we go and get somebody like what's his name, fucking defensive tackle from Alabama. We're talking about all of these players, and then we're going to go end up getting like a wide receiver or maybe go get another cornerback, you know? I don't want to get a cornerback in the first round, honestly. We drafted Damon Arnett in the first round last year, so he needs to step up, and we gotta bank on that. Now, we do need to go out into free agency and maybe get more people, or maybe in the draft, go later on in the draft and get another cornerback, but right now, I don't want to get a cornerback in the first round. Safety and offensive tackle is the way to go right now. If we do get a linebacker, I wouldn't mind getting Jock as well. It just adds more depth to this team because you got to think about it. We got Nicholas Morrow back on a 1-year deal. That who knows if he's even going to return, or who knows if he even picks up the slack like he did last year. If he comes off of his big season last season and build on that, who knows if he takes a step back. If we bring in a guy like Jock, he'd be a solid player to come in. And Jock is a variety of different positions. He could play in a slot. You could play him at the linebacker position on the outside. But I'm not saying that we have to get him, but I wouldn't mind bringing him to the team if the Raiders actually got him. Corey says, what do you think about Demetrius Felton in the late rounds? He's nice as fuck. Hey, now that we're thinking about trading away Jalen Richard, I wouldn't mind bringing him to the team. That's a guy that I looked at man, he got a lot of potential. He's a wide receiver turn running back, and man, his route running is deadly, especially out of the backfield. I know he's really small though. He's not going to be our workhorse running back, but if we need him on third downs or if we need him at all to come in for any passing downs, then he'd be a solid addition to the team. Jose says, Elijah Vera Tucker out of USC right tackle. Hey, I love that dude. I love that kid as well, man. As a right tackle or maybe as a guard. He could play both positions. So I know Mike Mayock and Tom Cable went out to his pro day and checked him out, and they really did like him. So I wouldn't mind bringing him on. Oh, man. HMSJ. Fucked up your name so many times. These free agent signings haven't been impressive so far. Let's be honest. I wouldn't say that. It's just because they're not big names like what everybody have been wanting to get. Doesn't mean it's like a bad off season or a bad free agency class so far. I'm actually gonna do a grade. I'm gonna be doing grading every single pick that we picked up in the free agency class so far, and probably drop it tonight or tomorrow. Hopefully one of these 2 days. But I feel like we've had a solid free agency class. No big names. Yannick Ngakoue is probably our biggest name, but other than that, and Kenny Drake. Other than those two guys, I feel like everybody else just provides depth at every position. And I know we trying to save on all of our money, so we trying to really save our money because we don't want to overpay players. Look at what that did for the Raiders in these past couple of years. Last season, we went out and paid big bucks to get in Corey Littleton and bring in Nick Kwiatkowski. What did they do for the team? Not much. Corey Littleton, not much. But again, that could be due to Paul Gunther being trash as fuck. But still, the year before that, we went out and got LaMarcus Joyner. We got Tyrell Williams. We got Trent Brown. We paid for these big-time players to come in and change this team. They really didn't do shit. So, I mean, I feel like more of the low-risk, high-reward type of signings really helped out the Raiders these past couple of years. So, I feel like that's the way the Raiders are going right now. Shout out to Stumbling Upwards, man. He says Edwards getting mad with this thing. Well, I don't think he's mad, but I think they love the competition, man. Brian Edwards is a guy. That's a guy to look out for in 2021. And I hope he steps up as that number one wide receiver for this team. If we don't go get anybody else, I hope he steps up, Henry Ruggs steps up, and then John Brown and these other guys could come in and just provide depth. I don't want to see John Brown be our number one receiver and leave us to go to another team and get a big payday like Nelly did with the New England Patriots. Yeah, Ricardo, man, he talks about Tanner Muse. Tanner Muse is another player that I keep forgetting off of the top of my head, but Tanner Muse is a guy that I really wouldn't mind bringing on to the... bringing on this. He's already on the team. What the fuck am I talking about? I cannot wait to see what Tanner Muse is going to do. Now, I know he's going to slowly build up right now. I know he's going to start off with special teams, but I know he's a safety turned linebacker, so hopefully he does something for our defense next season. Cody said, man, why do I always read Cody's? I always end up reading Cody's fucking chat. But shout out to... Okay, I'm going to try to read everybody's chat other than Cody. He said, do you think Willie Snead can be our new Seth Roberts? I think so. Seth Roberts wasn't really Seth Roberts wasn't really all that good of a wide receiver, but he was one of our most clutch wide receivers. I don't know why a lot of people hated him when he started to leave. Everybody's talking shit about him, but I really have a lot of respect for Seth Roberts for what he did for this team when he was part of the Raiders. That dude was money with those 2-minute drills alongside of Derek Carr. So he could be that guy, but we'll see. Brianna says, who do you think the Raiders are drafting? At this point right now, I think we're going offensive tackle. I think we're going with the offensive line. We go out and get another guy, whether it's Tevin Jenkins or it's another guy that we probably could have got in the second or third round and got in the first round. You know the Raiders, they're used to doing that all the time. So yeah. Shout out to Automobiles for another $5 donation. He says Tevin Jenkins would be a smart move. Morig would be a safe pick. Now everyone hit the like button. LOL. Yo, hit the like button, Raider Nation. Listen to my boy Autumn because he sent your boy $5. You know what I mean? Sherry says, why are we so trash at drafting, man? I don't know. I want to say we're trash at drafting, but, well, I don't know, man. You would think with Mike Mayock here that we would do a much, much better job, 2020. Oh my gosh. That 2020 draft was... They didn't really pan out, man. They really didn't pan out. The people that balled out for our teams were veterans, free agents that we picked up. I mean, the year before that 2019 draft with Cleveland Farrell, with Jonathan Abram, Josh Jacobs, they balled out. They came through, though. They really came through. But this last draft was pretty tough. Henry Ruggs, I think, was a solid pick. I mean, other than that, David Arnett, I felt like was a huge reach. And he really didn't show us anything. He didn't show us anything in 2020 to be worth of a first-round pick. There was so many other people we could have drafted. But he still got time to prove. I like to give these guys 3 years to show us what they're made of. That's when we could actually grade these guys. It's funny that a lot of the players that we did draft, they leave and they go ball out somewhere else, with another team. You look at Shelby Harris, who we picked in the 6th or 7th round a couple of years ago. He's one of the best defensive tackles / defensive ends in the league right now with the Denver Broncos. Benson Mayowa is one of the most underrated pass rushers in the NFL. I don't know why we didn't re-sign him last offseason. We let him walk to the Seahawks. And we signed Carl Nassib, who didn't do shit for us. Well, Carl Nassib was okay. He was okay. But man, Benson Mayowa, he had 6 sacks with the team. He was our leader at sacks last season, or the 2019 season. And we didn't bring him back, you know. Well, he was in our well, he wasn't our team leader in sacks, but at the time he was. Obviously, Max Crosby took that reign with 10 sacks, so yeah. Oh man. Hey, we did. We did score more points last season. It didn't take Kenneth Murray 3 years to get 100 tackles in a season. He did it in his rookie. Hey, Watts. Bruh, Kenneth Murray, Patrick Queen, those two linebackers. We needed a linebacker, bro. It's kind of tough. Kenneth Murray, he didn't blow up and be like an all-star in his year one, but he was a solid linebacker, and it's crazy seeing him in a Chargers jersey, bro. That's just crazy. And Patrick Queen balled out last season as well, man. Woo-wee. He balled out, man. I had him in fantasy as my defensive player, so yeah. Man, but there was so many options the Raiders could have went with in 2020 other than Damon Arnett. Now, Damon still does got a couple of more years. He got this season and next season to prove what he's worth. But hopefully this season he could come out and show out for this team because he didn't really do much. I know he was injured most of the time. I mean, he's okay. But he's got to show he was worth a first-round pick. Tony L says the Raiders are not a winning organization, man. I don't understand these decisions, man. It's kind of tough, man. It's kind of tough, man. Arnett is the next Hayden. Ooh, man, I don't want to put that on him, man. DJ Hayden, bro. That bro was trash, but he did have a nice story, you know. Man. Do you think Breon says? Do you think that Arnett was a reach? I thought he was a reach. I really thought he was a reach, to be honest. But I really had a lot of optimism going into the season that he was going to be a solid cornerback. Even his teammate Okuda had high praise for Arnett as well, and that's what really had me pumped up. Now Okuda didn't really have a solid rookie season as well, but I mean Arnett, it was kind of tough, man. It's kind of tough to say. No, John, I ain't gonna say that he was. I'm not gonna say that he's a bust just yet. We'll see what he does. Roy says we should bring in Aldon Smith for a workout. I think we're past that. We're past that point with Aldon Smith. He had his time with the Raiders, and he was really good with us. And obviously, the NFL smacked him with the fucking suspension with the team with something he did with the Niners, which was bullshit. And then that's what ended. Is it crazy that these players that we bring in that have to serve suspensions, like these guys with, I guess, bad characters or whatnot, that come in and ball out with the team, then all of a sudden the NFL wants to suspend them for something that they did in the past or for something small. You know, we brought Vontaze Burfict to this team, and Vontaze Burfict was solid with his defense, especially in the middle. You know, under Paul Gunther's defense, man, he was a solid player. And then obviously he got suspended for the rest of the season on some shitty ass play. And then even when we brought in Aldon Smith, you know, on the other side of Khalil Mack, I felt like our defensive line was solid at the time. Not the best, but we were solid. Whew. Nate N says Elijah Moore at 48. Are you talking about the wide receiver from Ole Miss? I haven't seen a lot of him, but I know who he is. Tony L says, what do you think about the Raiders drafting J.C. Horn? Hey, I wouldn't mind it. I wouldn't mind it at all. He's a solid cornerback, but again, he has to fall. Him and Michael Parsons are two guys that I wouldn't mind having on the Raiders, but I'm really skeptical of drafting a cornerback in the first round. I'm kind of over it. I'd rather go draft them later on, to be honest with you. I don't want to draft any cornerbacks in the first round this season. J.C. Horn is somebody that's on the edge for me. I wouldn't be mad if he was drafted to the Raiders, but I don't want to get him. I don't think that's our number one priority. I'd rather get a tackle and I'd rather get a safety at this point right now. Yo, what's up, ISO Cali? What's up, ISO Cali, man? Shout out to Dizelle Fitz for the $2 donation. He says, is our secondary trash or was it Gunther? It's kind of tough to see. It's kind of tough to really explain right now because we don't know how our defense is without Gunther. I know we had a couple of games at the end of the season. Our whole defense was trash. Our secondary was trash. Some players played a little bit better when Corey Littleton played better when Paul Gunther was gone, but we'll see. Our secondary is trash right now. I mean, Jonathan Abram has a lot of potential. Last season was his rookie season, so we'll see what he does this season, and hopefully he learns from his mistakes because he had a lot of highs and then he had some lows as well, and he does have to control himself on the field. Okay, let's see. Abram off linebacker. Oh, Abram off linebacker? I don't know. I don't see him as a linebacker, to be honest with you. I feel like he's solid as that box safety, the strong safety position. So I feel like we keep him where he's at right now. We just need somebody to pair up with Jonathan Abram. So, yeah. Yo, man, we got what? We 469 people here strong. So let's hit those like buttons. Let's get up to 300 likes. I'm going to try to do more live streams, but I do want to get my live stream better. I could say better in the future, but this is actually a test stream, Raider Nation. But again, shout out to everybody that is in here, man. We is solid up in here, you know what I mean? But man, Willie Snead to the Raiders, man. I think it's a solid move. David says, love your channel, man. I appreciate that, man. 100%. Oh man. So I'm probably gonna get out of here pretty soon, but I'll answer a couple more questions, Raider Nation, if you guys have it. But before we leave, let's try to smash that like button and get to 300 like. Oh, we only 10 people from 300, man. And shout out to the Raider Nation. You guys have been holding it strong on my channel. You guys have been killing it on my channel, and I appreciate that, man. We 26, almost 27,000 subscribers, man. So I appreciate that. Let's try to get to 30K by the start of the season, which I think we could. So I got a lot of things cooking up right now. I do have a grading our free agency video coming out. I do have a mock draft coming out, and I do have a regrading the 2020 class coming out as well. Those are things that videos that I want to do, and I know that free agency is starting to slow down right now, so I can start picking up more work, and we can even do more nation takes and more live streams. If you guys enjoy these live streams, man, I'll do more of them. Just let me know. Shout out to John Brubaker for the $5 donation, man. I appreciate that. Oh man. Blaze says, what do you think about Sherman? I want Sherman on the team. I wouldn't mind him on the team. This is a guy that'd be a veteran and come in and already knows Gus Bradley's system. I've talked about it a lot. I wouldn't mind bringing him onto the team. I'm not saying that he's going to be our number one cornerback, but he provides depth, and he's a solid veteran, and he already knows Gus Bradley's system, and he could teach these younger cats to be the best that they could be. You know what I mean? Whew. Don't jinx Watch Raider. What do you say? Yo, what's up, Dags? What's up, Dag? What did I say? What's up, Dag65? What's up, some more? Beers and hands up emojis. Hey, that's another guy I wouldn't mind. Hey, what do you guys think about KJ Wright coming to the team, man? I wouldn't mind signing him as well, man. You bring in KJ Wright, you bring in another secondary, man. We shot it, you know what I mean? Shout out to Dustin, man. He's for the $5. Shout out to Dustin for the $5 donation. He says our secondary will be fine. A lot of our problems stem from the lack of pressure on our defensive front. We're gonna look better with Gus. Much love, brother. Hey, you hit it on the nail, man. Hey, our defensive line was pretty trash. We couldn't get to the quarterback at all. Cleveland Farrell, Max Crosby. Everybody started looking Max Crosby away, and they started double teaming him, and we didn't do much on the defensive line. Especially at that defensive tackle position, Jonathan Hankins is a solid player, but he's not a pass rusher. He's more of a run stuffer. Maurice Hurst was okay here and there. He was a solid player as well. Malik Collins was fucking trash. Who else did we have last season? David Irving is a guy that I cannot wait to see this season under Gus Bradley. So I feel like you're right. If we could get to the quarterback, it'll take the pressure off of our secondary, and hopefully we see that more and in this season. Jason, bro, you tripping, bro. He says, Gruden trades up for Kyle Pitts. Chill, bro. But, hey, the Raiders would do some shit like that, though. Like, do something that we don't even think about, you know? We over here talking about cornerbacks, safeties, offensive tackles, maybe a linebacker, and they probably going to go out and get a fucking, I don't know, like a fucking quarterback or a running back in the first round. Some bullshit, you know what I mean? Daniel Ross, nah, he was in effect there as well. He was trash. Oh man. I mean, yeah. Whew. So, Raider Nation, real quick, if you guys were to grade the Willie Snead signing coming to the Raiders, what grade would you give it? To me, I think it's a solid B. I'd give it a B, and I'm being nice here. Well, I'm always I'm always nice unless you're fucking Trent Brown, and fuck that dude. But I would give this move a B. What would you guys give it? I got a B, I got an A, I got a C. Okay, we got B minus, B. We got C, 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 C plus, B minus. Okay, so we ranging from B's and C's. Okay, okay, I see it. C's and B's, C's and B's, C's and B's. So I'm gonna put it at a C minus. You know what I mean? Shout out to Tony L for the $4.99 donation. He said, shout out to your channel, man. Appreciate the interaction with the chat. Much love, Oos. Have a good one, Raider Nation. Hey, appreciate Tony L, man. I appreciate everybody in the chat. Everybody that's donated to the live stream and gave a super chat. I appreciate it. And I am planning on doing this more often now that I got a new camera, which I still have to work out the kinks a little bit, but we'll see. We'll see we'll see. Damn, I'm over here laid back the whole time. I ain't even know. Like, I'm almost out of the fucking frame. But he could block. Anthony, you're right. Snead could block. So Watts gives it a C minus. He does not hold back. A C minus minus, bruh. That's basically a D plus. Anyway. But man. Yeah, I'm planning on doing this more, and I am. And to all the exclusive members, if you're watching this live stream right now, I do have something cooking up right now. I know you guys seen. I know that you guys gave me a couple of ideas for new emojis, so I'm gonna be working on that, and I will try to sometime this weekend, Saturday, Sunday, maybe Monday night. I'm gonna be doing a mock draft, a live stream mock draft with my exclusive members. And if you guys are wondering how you can become an exclusive member, then hit that join button down below. Ricky Spanish says, let's take a moment to be thankful that Eric I'm a Liability Harris is on a different team. Thank you, Jesus, bro. I know that dude, Eric Harris, out of here, my boy. Whoo. So, hey, shout out to the Raider Nation that's in here, man. Thank you guys all for joining the live stream. I'll probably catch you guys later. Again, appreciate it. And no, Frank, we are not going to trade Carr for a first and a fourth. Derek Carr is going to be our quarterback going into 2021. And my cousin is coming back for another season, which I'm excited to see. Carr going to spread the love this year. Hey, he's going to. He's going to. So, yeah. All right, Raider Nation. This your boy, Small Raider. And your boy is... Yeah.